It's a tough day. The Apple Daily was one of the few true free speech and pro-democracy papers that were out there. People lining up, apparently, to buy the paper. What can you tell us about the final day for Apple Daily?
Yeah, it's been an incredible final day. I mean, this morning from 1 a.m. local time, we had hundreds of people lining up in the sort of north of the city, waiting for for that final edition to come off the presses. So, and we all were feeling quite emotional considering how attached they are to the paper and how the paper became such a symbol of the 2019 protests here, which really got under Beijing's skin. Even in Central this morning, in the Central Business District, we had, business people, people in the financial world queuing up for copies. So it was a real, it was definitely one of the last newspapers in Hong Kong that was willing to openly criticize the government. Even its proponents would say it wasn't the most perfect paper, but definitely one of the ones left that was willing to criticize both the Hong Kong and the Chinese government. So it was really quite a symbol there. And obviously, some of your viewers now are seeing some of the shots of the staff last night putting together that final edition. Some of the staff also gathered on the roof of the Next Digital's offices, which is the parent company of the newspaper, which has had quite a turbulent time, and shining their phone lights at some of their supporters who gathered outside the offices on overnight. So it was quite an.
There is the South China Morning Post, which, by the way, I read pretty much religiously. And by the way, Primrose, if you do find a perfect newspaper, even with respect to the FT, please let me know, because I'd like to read that. But I do like to check out the South China Morning Post. But even they face a tough road ahead. Is there any paper out there, at least based in the region, that is willing to take a fair or critical view of the Chinese government or Carrie Lam and the Hong Kong Executive Authority?
I mean, I guess it's just about whether or not it's in print, and there's a lot of online media which has sort of come up through the protest movement, and we had a lot of journalists, following around the protest movement. And I guess the question here is, like, who is the next target? Because after these raids, there was also arrests, as you mentioned, including of an opinion writer. So when we spoke to the journalist union here, they really spoke of how fearful some of the reporters here are feeling, considering that the authorities here haven't actually have sort of been asked, what are the rules and all that sort of thing, or what is the new paradigm that they're operating under, and they've sort of haven't quite clearly defined that. So yes, I mean, there's a lot of fear among the press corps, and I think as well, I mean, as you going back to your question about there's definitely is still publications, and Hong Kong was sort of known as this regional media hub where there was sort of quite a free press and all that sort of thing, and there's quite an aggressive, quite confrontational press here. I mean, if you go to a press conference, it's very hard to get a question in. So it's definitely going to have quite a big impact on the press here, and definitely there's a feeling of fear among the reporters.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.